So we got a solution to get this 3-inch pipe cut up, and I'm not gonna use a bandsaw. I'm gonna use a chop saw that has a carbide tip, and I'm gonna section off 3 feet sections of this 12-foot pipe and chop it down so it's a little bit more manageable. After I get it chopped up, I'm going to use 9-degree pies so I can actually do up the cold side on the car. I got my first pie cut right there. Pie-ish, yes, shiny. So that's how I know you like it. It's shiny. Anyways, I had some issues with it, and let me show you why. This right here, this was locked out, so it was in transport mode. So all it was doing was sliding in and out. I wasn't used to this. Yeah, I'm a dummy for this. But it's supposed to chop down. I thought it was just supposed to. Anyway, I thought it was just supposed to slide. So apparently it's supposed to chop down. So yeah, I got that chopped, and now I need to put a measurement on this guy. I figured out it's gonna be pretty much, I gotta put a tape line on this deal so I can actually get a whole bunch of pie cuts cut to the same size. So yeah, the aluminum is gonna be flying. In fact, I think you're supposed to put a shop back on that, but I'm not gonna do it. Alright, to get these pies pretty much set up the same way every time, I drew a line on the top and bottom with a straight line, and also I tried using tape, but I put a marker line on that, so when I get to, I'm gonna put this metal right up to that so I can actually make sure the pies are the same size as that guy down there. Okay, for only having 2 pies cut, I got them dialed in, so they're pretty close. So I'm gonna try chopping the rest of them to do the same. I forgot to give some context of what I'm doing with all these pies, so sorry about that. Like I said, I have a few ADD moments. So here's the said pies. Why do I need so many? That might be a question for some of you. Well, right here, like I said, I'm doing the cold side on this, and this is a dual plenum. So if I can get my right there, get my camera around, you'll see that I have a twin intake. So I need to actually make an X pipe that actually kind of comes in and merges somewhere here in the center, and then actually come back to both intakes. So from here, X, and come back to the intake. So now the question is, you might be like, why do you need that? So I mean, that should be a question that you have. So I need to actually make a balance tube for this. So if one of the turbos actually boosts more than the other one, or something happens, it'll actually be able to distribute the cold air evenly throughout the system. So that's the theory behind why you need to have a balance tube. So that's additionally why I'm trying to go through all this trouble of having all these pies over here to make that happen. So hope that gives a little bit of context for what I'm doing. Okay, next step in doing this pies, I mentioned it previously, I drew a line down the center to get this done, and I also had to do it on the other side, 180 degrees from it, so I can actually flip this over and have some sort of level of consistency when actually cutting this up. So I'll cut a 9-degree pie this way, flip it over, cut a 9-degree pie, so it just kind of flip-flops, and they'll, whatever, I'll have 9-degree pies at that point. So the first cut on this is not going to really be important because, well, it's going to be flat on one side. Both sides actually have to have a pie. I like my eyeballs. There we go. go to my mark that I have on this, which I could use a piece of tape because it wouldn't stick because of oils, whatever. And now I do my other part. And thus, now I have pies, but no cake, just pies. This in my right hand is the one I just got done cutting. This is a previous one, but as you can see, they both are measured out the same. You get a whole bunch of these guys together, and then someone that can actually TIG weld. Well, I'm gonna actually walk this over to the sander and actually clean up the edges, but for the most part, they're relatively clean, so not bad for a woodworking saw. Alright, I cut up about 6 linear feet of pies, and it looks like the linear distance on this is almost 1 foot. So I would think that 6 feet would be enough to cover this, so at least I hope so. Okay, like I said, power it up. Maybe not. Hold on. There. A little bit of persuasion, I guess. Grab one of these pies. Yep. See? And just... Yep, do that. That's exactly what you do. I think I'm gonna get some gloves. Okay, so after you return with the world's shittiest gloves, you can start actually cleaning this up. So you can round side, flat side. I forgot, when you get like really close to actually having really flat, true surface, it actually grabs really easy and comes out of your hand. So. Didn't need a whole lot, like I said. Okay, so got this cleaned up, but there's still some burrs on the inside. I'll probably hit that with a file. Actually, it literally just came off, but I'll still hit it with a file. So I've got about 6 feet of these to do. I'm not going to bore you with that. Okay, we're at the point of doing the puzzle of fitting all the pies to the jigsaw. So what's going to happen? I already gave you a brief description, but I have to build these out at the same time. So starting off, I'm using Black Sheep Industries I think this is like an extreme boost clamp that they offer, which is perfect for people like me, because what Nick, the owner of the company of Black Sheep Industries, did was he made these clamps have huge aluminum, are these receivers? Well, anyways, he made these quite large, which makes them easy to weld to pretty much whatever. So, see how these have these grooves in here? Well, anyways, you put a gasket in there, and then you put this guy over it. Then you have another side, and then you put this over. I'm doing this one-handed, so it's difficult. So, but you get the idea of what needs to happen here. So, for now, I clean this up with acetone. So, the reason why I did that was tape and aluminum welding they don't work so well together, but I actually have to hold these up somehow. So what I did was added some tape on the sides. Gonna come through here and tack like a spot up here. A nice little tack. Same on this side. At least that's the idea. Then I'll probably remove some of the tape and add another tack on the side. When I say me, might possibly be me or someone else, but aside from that, that's the start. I need to do the same thing up here. These need to be tacked, but you see it has a 4-inch on this side, 3-inch on this side. Ooh, got a frog in my throat. And what do I need to do next? I need to start building these jigsaw puzzles out at the same time. So, mainly so they look identical when they actually meet up in the middle, and then I need to break it out to the other side. So, whew, wish me luck on that. Here's how many pies I have of the, I don't know, 6 foot I cut. Actually quite a few. So here's where I landed with the boost tube. And it is about 90% figured out. So we got this guy coming around, snaking up. It's gonna go into that. And this guy is doing the same thing. It mirrors pretty well, but I need to have this side tacked up first so it doesn't move around, and that's gonna happen tomorrow. And then after I take this off, it'll be rigid, and then I can actually move over to this side, actually finish up running this pipe to here. Join both of the separate tubes and make a common area. I need to have a common area because the holly intake, as you can see, I said it a while ago in a different video, but I've had a few people ask me, why the hell do you need a common area? Well, it's because this plenum right on this, well, I mean, they're literally 2 separate plenums. So this bank goes to, was it? Let me see here. It goes to 1, 3, 5, and 7, and this other bank goes to 2, 4, 6, and 8. There's no commonality between the two. So, see if I can get a better picture in here. But you can see, actually it kind of looks like an RB plenum. And then they just kind of put 2 of them together. So what I'm going to do here is why I was saying that they're going to be 2 separate pieces and then joined together, because it'll make a common balance tube right here. I mean, ideally, it's done in the plenum behind the throttle bodies, but I don't have the luxury. I guess the only other option I would have, if I were to go that route, would actually to be cut the plenum open right here and make it join. And honestly, I don't really want to go that route. The only issue with this, I guess, is if I had a throttle cable snap, that would make a boost situation on half of the engine, basically making me some bendy rods and whatnot. So right when you think well, at least me anyways, when I think I get done with something, I have a second look at it, then I just get like not happy with something, so I want to redo this last little section here, and it's been really kind of the bane of my existence, at least for the last 24 hours, so I got it right up to where it needs to be. Last one just didn't merge as clean as this other side right up here, so you can actually see it right there. It's real nice and snug. Like I said, other side did not do that, so I've been fighting with it. So I think what I'm gonna do is, get the cardboard out and make me a little template. I just clipped one pie in there, cut in half, and massaged it in a little bit, and it made life so much easier. So, yeah, I gotta get the other half of it. We have to get creative for this last one here. This is just not just a tape bomb. I'm going to draw a template. So let me, I'll just do it now. Pop this off, and then you'll see on the inside, see all that tape? I use my blue marker. Well, hopefully I can use the blue marker and touch it and draw a little pattern. And then I can transfer that to one of these pies and then do a final cut. I've landed on something that I think works. So minimal tape here. It's just used before tacking. I know they got welder's tape. I don't have any. That would make life easy, but that's being prepared, and why would I ever do that? So that's where I landed at with everything. Added a little tip right here. Got minimal gap. There's still some, but I'm gonna talk to. There's a little play in all this stuff too, so I'll be able to adjust it around. That it's a little bit bigger than I would like, but what I will do is add another sliver of aluminum if need be. Today I'm gonna work on doing the boost pipes from the turbo. Well, at least I'm gonna start making some pies for that. So it's gonna be 2.5 inch, and hopefully this is not gonna be too painful because I go from 2.5 inch to up here. It's a 3-inch merge. I had pressed out some 3-inch, whatever couplers to, well, that's problematic. Whatever, I'll make some more. Well, what I was gonna say is I had a 3 to 2.5 inch quick reducer somewhere around here. Well, here we have it, folks. The last of the cold side piping is completed, finally. Well, it's not all welded yet. I still have to coat the merge in the middle, but all the placement for the piping is set. So the hard part is finally done, and let me tell you, there were some trying times right here. There's nothing better than spending 4 hours on a single pie trying to cope it into the X pattern. I don't even know. There's no intake pipe. Sure, that's where we're going with it. There's no snazzy name for it. But anyways, I did this today. Finished this guy up. Added some tacks. I actually did some of those. So they're not all great. This is on this side. That guy didn't quite make it, but on the other side, got it done. Oh, look. Hey, there's another one. The good and bad, I'll show them. I don't care. It's all that's fixable. I'll just knock that off with the sander, whatever. We got kind of worried about having a hot spot or whatever. And on the other side, we did this one too. Big old grill welds on some of them, but whatever. It's holding, tacked up. Yeah, that's really all there is to it. So I need 2.5 inch couplers for that, or boost clamps. I left it like this. It has a little knurl on this right here, just in case I want to put a boot on it. I don't know. I have an option, so I'll probably just put a boot on it. There's a little bit of give, so see, it's nice and close. Spin that down. Comes right into it. Bam. Other side does the same thing. So overall, super happy. Keep saying this. Shout out to Maven Performance. because I'm using their Maven mount on here, and that made life so much easier, being able to put the turbos, hang them out there like that. So, yeah, super happy.